against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. And the Wolverines' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Casey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Arizona State Sun Devils offense will have the football first. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure.
There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, it doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. We've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on the left. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Quick strike complete. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here we go. Wants to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Arizona State. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. And they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly talented. He's got the skill set, obviously highly recruited. Everybody talked about him. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did in high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game, running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
The Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Massey. He's got his man across the middle. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the... Seven-yard line. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Wolverines are on the move. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. And the Wolverines didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Using the quick game. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Handoff from the shotgun. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Let's take a second about Arizona State. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top...
Snatches it on the right. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Sun Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll try the run. Turning it on! And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball is coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Got his man on the right. At the 35, he's got room. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Runs through the tackle. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. He's got 42 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Massey. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wide open downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period, 1st down here. Off play action on 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Arizona State. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. To throw, it's Massey. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Flips it out in the flat. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Complete to the left. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Back to throw, it's Massey. And they're not on the same page there.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught over the middle. It's Snow. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Grab near the marker. It's Johnson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Snow. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff to the single back. He's out past the 35. Turning on the Jets. Running inside the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Wake Forest packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Deacs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in Winston-Salem. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw, it's Massey. Pulls it in, it's York. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Whitaker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Mahoney. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one in there at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. And the Sun Devils with 8. short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop it.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On target. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking for a man, it's Massey. Throws to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe.
The Sun Devils will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
And some room to work. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drive.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
He'll pull it on the read. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Nice job by this defense, stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
Yeah, and you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Back to throw, it's Massey. Looking for the score. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Casey. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of the spot.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Whitaker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Going downfield for the big play. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. High the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quick completion on the out.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on third down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse.
And here's the third interception of the night. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll give it to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Massey. Trying to set up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Complete in the middle. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come. One. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the 1st down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He spins that thing down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. You have a big lead in the 4th quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, in saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and really rub their nose in it.
Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
To the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Hawaii is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 26 over James Madison. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Wolverines are on the move. Using his legs, it's Lewis. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Shotgun snap on third down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Michigan. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Number 19.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And they did tack on the extra point. They put together an 81-yard drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Hauls it in. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. The defense wouldn't let it loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. At the 40, there he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just keep slinging it. The throw to the outside is complete. Made a defender miss. Turning it on. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State has... back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point in the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Got him downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. And the ball's out, and they're after it. How in the world did the offense retain possession? A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Number 14, set to kick off.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for